Okay. Hi, Jessica. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Sandra?
Great. Thank you for joining us
Well, it's good to see you again.
from your new home in New York, right?
I know, yeah.
Exciting. Big move. So I watched several episodes of Dark Winds, and obviously I can't give too much away about season three, but you have a really strong role and storyline in this season. And I know you can't tell us much about it, but how did you feel about deepening this character both in the professional roles on the show and in a personal life?
I mean, it's been just an honor to be a part of this show and true to the journey of the Hillerman books. After Tony Hillerman passed and his daughter Anne Hillerman started writing and continuing on the books, she also started to extend Bernadette's character. And so it's been a joy of just, getting to play Bernadette and seeing that play out on screen. So Bernadette's character this season, it's all about her taking the border patrol position. And so she's completely in a separate world from Joe Leaphorn and his world in a lot of ways, even though there's like a lot of parallels of internally what they're going through, interestingly enough.
And I liked that they, again, they take a use of a lot of tradition and, the language and use a lot of those storylines. It's really deep into the culture and 70s, which is even more interesting. And what do
Yeah.
you hope viewers take from season three, though?
I'm grateful to the fan base that has, followed us on the journey of season one and two. And I really just hope that they like season three as much as they've enjoyed the last two seasons and that they continue on this journey with us. And that I hope it becomes, something later on in life that they remember as being a part of that time period of their own lives. Just like the other project I'm working on, how, it really resonates with them and they can reflect back in that moment in time and they're like, oh yeah, that's when that show was on. And yeah, it was like my comfort show to watch or something.
So what other things are you working on beyond Dark Winds?
So right now I'm still in the midst of shooting a feature film for Paramount Studios called Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's also starring Dave Bautista, Eric Nam, and Romain. I, I I can't pronounce his last name for dear life, but I've heard only amazing things about him as I have with the rest of the crew, and it's a female producer and director team, so it's so awesome to like be in the studio with them and just do it for the last I would say a year and a half we're getting to. Yeah, but I'm really, really excited to be a part of that project, and I know how much that means to a lot of people in the world and people who've grown up watching that show. So, as I said before, I really just, I hope that the fans like what I do with the character and that I'm able to serve justice and yeah, that they just enjoy the art we help to put out in the world. And outside of that, I'm still producing and running my Indigenous Film Academy, and we're producing short films for them right now on the res. And AMC has generously helped to partner up with us on that and help us with some of the financing. And AMC like is just like this entire network full of like really down to earth, hardworking, amazing people. And I just feel really, really fortunate that this is the studio that we're working with and that we get to, yeah, collaborate with.
What kind of stories interest you that you would want to be involved in telling, you said with short films?
Well, short films right now, we're talking about the trials and triumphs actually that happen on the res, but with humor. I produced a documentary 2 years ago that premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival called Boil Alert. And that was spotlighting and highlighting all the Indigenous reservations across Canada and the States that are on boil alert for the lack of clean drinking water, and really getting insight and delving into what those communities are dealing with on a regular basis. It's third world conditions in our own backyard. So, all due respect to people that feel the need to go overseas to, aid there, but we have our own backyard to fix, as I've been saying for decades. And so being able to produce content that sheds more of a spotlight on that, I hope increases more awareness and compassion and support for the communities. But also what it does is it acts as, a sense of purpose, an employment opportunity for people coming off the reserve who may not in fact have those opportunities elsewhere. So my biggest joy in life is to be able to help push them forward in that regard.
So you've also become quite a bit of a fashion icon. You're on the cover of Cowboys and Indians magazines, the new issue, and I know you were in a bunch of the big shows at the SWIA Fashion Week last year. So is that fun for you? Just something else to, I don't know, and explore a lot of native designs, right? These up and coming native designers.
Sandra, this is our secret. I actually would rather not. Definitely more. I like the acting and the producing and but what I do love is the people behind the fashion. I love the creators, the designers, and for that alone, it's been a complete honor to be a part of it. I still to this day get really nervous walking the catwalk, and so I would rather not for that reason alone. Like I don't know what it is. It's that and the what is it called? I see I don't remember the names. When we even have to do press for our shows or projects, I get really, really nervous just before I go up. In my head though, I'm like, I gotta nail this out of the park like Zendaya. I'm gonna pose just like she does. I'm gonna, and then as soon as I get up, something happens, and like mentally, I just kind of shut down, and then I get that twitchy, nervous laugh, and then it's all downhill from there. But no, but I appreciate you saying, with the fashion statements. Hey, I'm 5'10". I get it. They're like, hey, tall girl, come here, put on the clothes, walk down that runway. And if it gives me the opportunity to continue to, collaborate with the Indigenous community at large, hey, at the end of the day, I'm all down for it. And for the Dark Winds cover shoot for Cowboys and Indians that was just released today, I actually helped to produce and style that entire shoot. So I'm the one that brought all the designers in to make sure that they got features as well. And Kate Nelson, the editor for it, she's just one of our greatest supporters in the Indigenous community of always highlighting the work that we're doing. So yeah, like I said, just grateful to be a part of the fashion world in that respect.
Well, the clothing tells stories. I mean, you're a storyteller, right? With your acting, with your producing. I really see it as another story because all the fashion incorporates, indigenous designs and modernizing them, but it always has such a special, strong story, I feel like, to tell. It's not just random clothing at all. It's really powerful designs that people are doing, and it's a whole industry.
Yeah. Oh, I would never think it's random. My science degree is actually in clothing textile science. And before my acting days, I actually worked at LUK magazine, and my dream was to work in high fashion. So I have deep gratitude and deep respect. And having studied a lot of art history courses in architecture, even sound theory and everything, I completely understand how a lot of designers draw inspiration and do a lot of incredible research of certain time periods and eras and how they mesh and amalgamate that and blend that into the fabrics alone. So it's like, even the material that they choose can also reflect something that they're paying respect to.
Terrific. All right. Well, that's all we have. Well, we look forward to Dark Winds and seeing what else you're doing this year.
Cool. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you for your time. And thank you, Carrie, as well.